I am now joined by new Tampa Bay tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. How does that sound, first of all?
Sounds good. Thanks for having me here.
Of course. What was your reaction when you found out where you were going when you got that initial call?
I was really happy. Got a call from Florida. I always wanted to be in Florida.
Okay,
got a call
why is
from
that?
a Florida number. I mean, obviously the weather.
Sure. Spent a long time in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it's my whole life. You know,
Yeah.
I've been there for 21 years, and I get to go all the way down south and be right by the beach.
You can get in worse situations.
Yeah.
What was that initial conversation like? Whether it was Coach Smith, other coaches, management, what was that initial thing like?
It was kind of just telling them they believe in me and they want to see me become a Pro Bowl tight end, that they believe that I can be, and that I will be. And they said, let's get to work, and we're very excited about having you.
Sure. What are your early impressions of the playbook that you've seen and how you're going to be used by Tampa?
I'll be using like a lot of different ways. Very similar to how I was used in Washington. I'll be inline, outline, split out, and adjusted in a lot of different formations. So it's really, I think it'd be a game plan, week by week type deal in what I do. It
Sure.
could change.
And what have your conversations been like with your new teammates? Obviously, the story after the draft is like everybody's enormous and tall. That's going to be catching passes in Tampa. What has that been like for you?
Well, I've only been there for the rookie mini camps.
Right.
With my quarter system at University of Washington. But when I was down there, I got to hang out with all the rookies, and we had a good time. And I hung out with Mike, and Mike was my roommate, Mike Evans.
Sure.
Charles Sims, all the guys that were drafted, undrafted, and trying out that made the team. We all bonded and clicked really well and worked really hard when I was down there.
Nice. Have you taken a look at the schedule, the divisions that the division that you're in, the teams that you're going to be playing?
I haven't really looked. I'm just really focusing on just getting the playbook down first, and then worrying about who we play next.
Okay. What do you know about Tampa, your future home?
I really don't know anything except for the Buccaneers are there.
Right.
And
you got a pirate ship?
Fire the cannon.
Fire the cannon.
But that's about it. I really don't know anything else besides about Tampa.
Okay. And full disclosure, I told you before we started the interview, I'm a Duck.
Yeah.
Which loss was your favorite to Oregon?
Which
Is there
loss?
a particular one that stands out? Like, oh, that's the one I'm going to remember.
Yeah. No, I probably won't remember them.
It's such an awful question.
It's a tough question, but when they lose this year to Washington.
Oh, is that what it's going to be?
At Oregon, it's going to feel great.
So as soon as you leave, that's what they need.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Washington.
I was the missing piece for them to leave, so they could
Sure.
win, so
Got it. See, it helps me as a non-player understand the behind-the-scenes work.
Exactly.
It's so much clearer to me.
Now you get it.
And you're going to Tampa, and this actually is probably more appropriate for you than anybody else, other than Mike Evans. What animal, because Tampa residents and Florida residents love their exotic pets, what animal that's typically not a pet would you want to have as a pet?
Probably a tiger would be pretty cool.
You want a tiger?
Yeah.
Any activities you have in mind just to hang out with the tiger?
Yeah, go around.
Watch Netflix
Take
with
it
your
on the
pet
beach,
tiger?
Hanging out.
Okay.
Hang out with the ladies with the tiger.
It's a good icebreaker.
It is.
It's a great icebreaker. Do you want to see my jungle cat? Sure,
Simple
absolutely.
As that. No one's going to say no to
I
that.
can't, absolutely not. And if they do, that's not a person you want to hang out with.
Not at all.
What superpower would you most want to have?
See-through vision.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you looking to see through?
Walls and things like that.
Okay, you just want to know what's going on.
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
to case places.
Yes, exactly. I want to have a little, intuition.
You're the first person to say that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Which animal are you most scared of?
Oh, sharks.
Sharks.
Oh.
Okay. Why sharks? Are you an ocean swimmer?
No, it's just sharks are literally bite whatever's in the water, so they're just kind of scary to me.
And if you're in the water,
yeah, they don't even notice they don't even get it. You're a human.
they
so
don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Which website do you visit the most non-sports to just entertain?
CNN.
CNN?
Yeah, definitely.
You like staying abreast of the news?
Yeah, I like to take a look at it, look at Ukraine, what's going on over there.
Political guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
World issues? Sure.
Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, the South Korean, boat ferry accident. I just like to stay on top of my news. I like to be a little aware, So.
Man, it's hard to argue with staying informed.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of World Star. We've gotten a lot of YouTube from players.
Yeah.
First person to say CNN.com. So I appreciate that. Final question. You're going to be making your Madden debut this year. What should your rating be and why?
Should be whatever they want it to be. I'm not even worried about it.
Really?
If
you were programming, you could care less. But if you were programming, how do you see yourself fitting in?
Well, I'm not a programmer. Those guys work really, really hard at what they do, so I would never even know. But, I'd probably say around a 85.
I think that's super reasonable.
85, 84.
Top rookie, room for improvement.
Obviously.
A threat.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely a threat.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for having me.